here to help your children spread their wings and fly through life. I'd like to talk about fine motor skills for your 3-year-old. Now, 3-year-olds love life. They love running around all over the place. They love doing things. So what we want to do is to give them the opportunity to do things well. Now they will be doing little drawings. They should be able to draw a basic human figure at this stage, which may just mean a circle and a couple of lines for the body. They may or may not be able to do the facial expressions, and that's fine, but just a simple circle with a line is what we need for them to do their basic figure, their human figure. Now, when we're talking about writing, I'd really like to talk about holding the pencil properly. Let me get a pencil here. So holding a pencil properly is like this. You have your thumb on the side, your finger at the top, and this finger sits on the side. Now, the reason that we do that is because it has less tension in this area doing this. If you watch, if I do this, you can see how hard and how much more tense this is when I'm doing it. And also all through here, you can actually see those tendons that are really stretched here. Now if I do this, it's a lot softer in this area, and look how squishy that is, which means that it's a lot less tense when we're actually doing our writing. Now, our children don't understand why we're asking them to hold the pencil properly. Now that you understand why we should be holding our pencil properly, maybe you can change your grip if you're not holding it correctly, so that you can show them how to do it properly. The reason that we do it these ways is that it really gives the children an advantage when they're having to write. Now, we have so much technology, and a lot of people are doing work with the computers and typing rather than actually writing. But they will need to be able to write when they're at school. For the first 4 years of their schooling, they need to be able to write. They won't be given technology to be able to type in. They do need to be able to write. And if you make it easy for them now to hold their pencil properly and to do drawings and colouring in, that will really help them in the future. They should be able to build a tower of more than 8 bricks or 8 blocks tall. They should be able to make actual objects out of Play-Doh. It's so cute to see some of the creative things that they come up with when they're 3. Give them the opportunity to be creative and to be inquisitive, and maybe play beside them so that they can see how you can actually go about doing these things. Sometimes it's just that playing beside them or you modelling what you can do, they then strive to actually try and do something similar. They should be able to paint with their wrist action and really make paintings that have a lot more detail in them than what they did when they were 2. I can remember when my daughter, she loved painting, and we painted every day. And I had just a whole stack of butcher paper, and I'd put it up and she'd paint. And the differences between what she was painting when she was 2 and when she was 3 was astronomical. She really started to look around and see if she could paint those scenes that she was seeing. Now, mind you, they sort of didn't look realistic at all, but she had a great time doing it, and it really helped with her fine motor movements. They should be able to cut with scissors. Now, they won't be able to do that unless you allow them to do it. A lot of these skills are skills that you need to allow your children to do. They do come with some risk, so they might cut themselves, but they'll learn very quickly not to do that. And you need to always be supervised. Cutting with scissors should always be a supervised activity. Not you grabbing it and you doing it for them, but you watching them so that you can say, oh, quickly move your hand, or you can quickly grab their hand away in case they're about to cut it. Maybe they're cutting a piece of paper, and you can make sure and help them to guide that piece of paper so that they're actually doing the cutting properly. And by 3 years of age, they should be able to start to use a knife. Now again, a knife is a supervised activity. They need to be able to cut with and I would suggest actually using a sharp knife, because then they don't have to press down and they can just use that sawing action. But it has to be supervised, and it has to be in a very careful, considered way. If your child is one of those kids that doesn't want to do what you say and that throws things all over the place and will cause damage to anything, don't give them a knife. It's as simple as that, because it's not safe. It's only if they can sit down quietly and they can be sensible about their knife and fork, and make it like a treat. Well, if you're sensible and you're sitting down here, then you can cut your own food. And give them those opportunities to really rise to that occasion. Kids of this age should be able to dress themselves. Now, they might not be able to do buttons or shoelaces or bows, but they should be able to be trying to do their buttons. They should be able to be confident that they can get themselves fully dressed. Now, you might find that that's a good, or it could go both ways. It could be a good or a bad thing. I've got a friend whose kid used to come out in at least 20 different outfits a day. She would go through her whole wardrobe, and we taught her that if she didn't get any dirt on it, then she could hang it back up in her cupboard. Otherwise, if it had dirt on it, it had to go into the laundry. But she just loved changing clothes. So sometimes teaching them these things means that it's a rod for your own back, but it doesn't happen for very long, and it's so much fun watching them being able to do these things themselves and feel really independent. Children of this age should be able to start to wipe their own bottom, and they definitely need to be able to brush their teeth. This is the time that they should be able to do it. Make sure that you brush their teeth for them, maybe once a week, but the rest of the time let them learn to brush it and give them direction. You know, you can sing a song, you could make up a song while you're there. You could give them a time limit to do it. You could pretend to do it yourself. Oh, okay, the other side, let's do the other side. Or you could actually brush your teeth at the same time as them. Watching you do it and them doing it with you is the easiest way to get kids to do something that you want them to do. They're more likely to do it if you're doing it beside them.
Thank you for watching Modern Successful Parenting. All advice and information given during this course is designed for general use only. If you have any concerns for your child, please seek professional advice as soon as possible. For terms and conditions, see website www.modernsuccessfulparenting.com.au. Thank you.